picked for these things, they don't represent the client. They end up representing the DHS or the courts. Otherwise, they don't get any more cases. This gives that right to people. The ACLU isn't supportive of this. The Michigan Family Forum isn't supportive of this. The Citizens of Traditional Value isn't in support of this. The right and the left is in support of this, and we need to be in support of this. So what I'm asking is you sign those documents, you go ahead and put your name, address, and signature down there, because we want to see those on between now and the end of the year. We'd love to see that passed, because that would be several steps of improvement in our systems. So I thank you all for being here and for standing up for the families here in the state of Michigan, and I appreciate your efforts. God bless you.
Good job.
I have a similar question for Representative Baltashine that I asked of Craig DeRoche. We all know that there's 80 out of 110 sponsors for House Joint Resolution NN. Our Constitution in Michigan is very clear. Article 4, Section 16 of our state constitution says the House, in pertinent part, shall not adopt any rule that will prevent a majority of the members elected thereto and serving therein from discharging a committee from the further consideration of any measure. House Joint Resolution is one of those such measures. Do you think that the House leadership's getting it?
Well, you know, I always say that coming to Lansing is like walking through the Stargate. You come into a whole different world where the absolutes and principles of the world you left don't apply here. I think that we need to start, Lansing needs to start listening to the people. They need to start listening to what they want out there, not what this 6-block radius wants, but what everybody out there who we're supposed to be representing says they want us to do. So I definitely think the leadership should listen to this. I think the leadership should allow this for a vote and call it for a vote.
A majority already says yes. Who's saying no? We have with us today a very full roster of legislators that are here to support your right to be a parent. Give them all a round of applause. Let them know we're here for our parental rights. We have with us now State Representative Jack Hogendijk, as well as he is running for Senator, U.S. Senator against Carl Levin. Give this gentleman a round of applause. Representative Jack Hogendijk.
Well, good afternoon. It's great to see you on this beautiful day. Larry thanked me for being on time, and I have to tell you that a legislator is only as good as his staff. I was sitting in an education committee meeting, and I got a little instant message from my staffer. Don't forget to be at the Capitol steps. You have to speak. So I was planning to be here for sure anyway, but it's always great to get that reminder. I just want to encourage all of you to fight on. You know, I've been in the legislature now for 6 years, and sometimes you look back at what you've been doing, and you can get a little discouraged and wonder if anything that you've done has made a difference. But I want you to know that we have begun to make a difference. All of you, as you have organized and coalesced a great organization, progress is being made. And unfortunately, the wheels of government often turn very, very slowly. But I want you to, I just want to encourage you, don't give up, but continue to work for the issues that are so important to you, but to all of us with our families and all of us as Americans. What made this country great is the people who formed it, who had the founders of our nation, who had those core values as part of what made this government. And so many of those core values have been lost, but they can be regained as all of you continue to fight on for the causes that are so important to you. I wholeheartedly, of course, support the legislation that is before us in the House, and we'll continue to advocate for it. We'll continue to fight for it. You know, we have something coming up that is often referred to as the lame duck session. That's after the election, when legislators suddenly get their courage back and start voting on things that they know they're important, knowing that it doesn't matter anymore to their election because the elections are over. So I want you to continue to fight. You've been very respectful, and that's important. And I want you to continue to do that, to respectfully talk to your legislators. Call them, write them letters, send them emails. Let them know how important this legislation is. It's not over yet, and there is still time to get this done. I've enjoyed the challenges and the opportunities that I've had to represent you in the legislature, and I look forward to the possibility, the opportunity of doing the same for you in Washington. Goodness knows we need some reform in Washington, and I believe that's what I hope to bring down there to our nation's capital. So with that, again, let me just say, never give up. Fight on, because you fight not only for yourself and for your family, but for those who come after you. They will stand on your shoulders as you fight bravely, courageously, respectfully for the important issues of the preservation of the family in America. Thank you very much, and God bless every one of you.
I've got the same question for Representative Jack Hogendijk. We have 80 out of 110 sponsors for House Joint Resolution NN. That's a majority, because we parents can do our math, right? All right. Article 4, Section 16 of our state constitution reads, "This House, in pertinent part, shall not adopt any rule that would prevent a majority of the members elected thereto and serving therein from discharging a committee from the further consideration of any measure." I just have to ask Representative Jack Hogendijk, what is House leadership doing violating our Constitution?
Well, you're making the bells ring. You're absolutely right, Larry, and I have to say that it has been disappointing, to use a very mild term. It's been disappointing to see how time and time again the leadership, if I can use that word, in the House of Representatives has trampled on your rights. They have refused to allow us in the minority to be heard on the House floor, to offer amendments, to have roll calls on amendments. And you know, we can take a little abuse, but the unfortunate thing is that all of you are being denied your rights. And 80 co-sponsors is more than a majority. It's a veto-proof majority. And it is absolutely high time that this measure, House Resolution NN, be heard on the House floor, because it has 80 co-sponsors. And as I alluded to earlier, you know, as we approach the end of session, the opportunity still is there for this to get done. And we are going to continue to advocate, to push, to demand, if necessary, that House leadership gives this measure a full hearing and an up or down vote. Thanks very much, Larry. Good luck, Representative Hogendijk, in his bid for U.S. Senate against Carl Levin. We've heard it now from just about every representative that we should enjoy the right to the control, upbringing, direction, education of our own children. The majority says yes. Who's saying no? I want to remind everybody here that we're going to go door to door this afternoon, and we're going to give a piece of paper letting them know exactly what we've said here today. First, they raised your taxes, and now they want to raise your kids. What are you going to do about that, guys?
Vote them out! Fire them!
Michigan voters are being prevented from voting to protect their parental rights. We've got Representative Rick Jones, if he's present now. I know he's running a few minutes behind if you want to approach the podium. Otherwise, we also have State Rep John Garfield, who will be just about right on time, around 12:15. But without further ado, we're going to have Drew Thompson of Dads and Moms of Michigan please step up to the podium. Drew Thompson of Dads and Moms of Michigan.